Hello, Tony Walker. Hope you've been enjoying the Bible videos, the flashlight videos, the knife multi-tool videos. Going to show you my birthday present from last year, or 2 years ago now. Back in 2012. I can't remember exactly how I came across this brand of watch. I mentioned it on another video or two, talking about guy I used to work with when I had a third shift job. He was a real big pocket knife guy, and I remember a guy a long time ago talking about how when he would teach the concealed weapons classes, he would take his money and go buy himself a gift. And he was talking about the last class he did before ours. He went and bought this flashlight that cost $100, but it was super bright, could blind people. And so we got to talking. I remembered the instructor talking about flashlights, and then this guy's talking about knives. So that got me into the EDC world, everyday carry, and just looking at what people carry, use. And then as you do that, you find that there's several brands that always pop up. Doesn't mean they're the best, doesn't mean that they're the cheapest or most expensive, doesn't mean that's what everybody likes. But it's names that always come into the conversation, whether it's a Benchmade knife, or a Luminox watch, or a Surefire flashlight, or a Ride in the Rain notebooks, or a Fisher Space Pen, Glock pistol, whatever. So I started seeing all these things that a lot of people recommended, and I really did like this watch. I'm kind of a night person and enjoy coming out to this building here when I do my studying at nighttime when the family's asleep, and doesn't have any power or electricity, so it's just me and a flashlight, and I'll try to keep an eye on what time it is, and just like the way it looked. They are a pretty good penny, for at least for the lot of life I'm in, the budget I have to work with. So this isn't just something I'd go out and buy on a whim. It was my birthday, as well as what they sell for at retail is really more than I would ever pay for a lot of things. But I didn't want to cheap out and buy it somewhere else, because I read several places that said if you can't prove to Luminox that you bought it from an authorized retailer, which means full price, that they wouldn't honor the warranty. That may be a risk, it may not, but with this being my first one, I didn't want to find out the hard way and have any regrets later. They do sell these at Kohls, or at least they did when I got it. So a lot of local places I know, gun shops and stuff, they'll sell these, but it's the full retail price. But you say, well, I don't want to just get it off eBay or somebody on Amazon, I don't know. So how can I get one at a good deal, but still know that I'm going to have the warranty that goes with it? Check on Kohls website, big department store here in the U.S. My wife loves Kohls and gets a lot of coupons from them, and several times throughout the year, many times, she gets 30% off coupons, which is a good bit. And Kohls already had these on sale. I'm thinking about 10% off, and then had a 30% off coupon code as well to go with that, and free shipping. So really, it didn't bring it quite down to half price, but you're looking at a good 40% off retail price and getting it from an authorized retailer. So just something to keep in mind. Check out Kohls before you go spend the money somewhere else. You see it on my wrist, but I'll show you what comes in the box. It is a 3051 Blackout. I like the look of I don't like watches that attract too much attention to themselves with all kind of big flashy colors. Wanted something as simple as possible. Guess it kind of matches my personality. Luminox, Swiss made, essential gear. Always visible, constant glow for up to 25 years. 3051 Blackout. Okay. Then you get a nice case with it. I suppose you could use it for a pair of sunglasses or something like that. Okay, so when you get it, comes. If I remember right, I'm thinking that's how it came. I could be wrong, but when you open it up, it's going to look like that. So, real nice presentation. Got your little thing right there that the instruction manual and warranty card was in. This little thing was on the zipper pull. It was in there like that, hanging off. So you could put that on something if you wanted to. But as far as the watch itself, see, if you want to hit pause and read that, you're welcome to. Okay. Instruction manual. Not going to look through all this, but it's got a few little pages. Just flipping through those. If you want to hit pause and go back and read some of those pages, you can do that later or now. Okay. Okay, the watch itself, give you an idea of the size of it. Give you an idea of the size of my wrist. They make a smaller version of this that they say is for people with smaller wrists. I don't know if they just didn't want to say for women, and then you wear a watch and find out you're wearing a women's watch. I don't think they advertise it as that. I think they just advertise it as the bigger one and the smaller one. But I got the regular 3051 instead of the, I believe they call it a 7051. Okay, so right there, just give you an idea. So my wrist is about 6.5 inches. 6.5 inches. I usually leave mine on the second mark right there. You can see the only wear this watch has, and I didn't think to wash it up and clean it up before I made this video, but really the only wear on this watch, you can see right there, there's just a tiny amount of shine. There we go. There's just a tiny amount of shine on the strap, and it's on the front side also, but that's just from where the latch hits it. I've got 3 small children. I don't wear this to work because I work in a really dirty factory. Don't want to get it messed up. But when I go out, when I go to church, when I'm on my days off here at home, I pretty much always have it on me, and have done so since 2012. And there's no scratches on the crystal, no nicks anywhere. This is something expensive, that I would consider expensive, so I do try to take care of it, and try not to intentionally damage it, but it's held up quite well. Holding the children, their shoes kicking me, picking up the kids and their belt rubbing up against me or whatever, and it still looks, except for that one little mark on the strap, I could probably resell this as brand new and get away with it, but I wouldn't do that. But I could, just considering the condition it stayed in. So very well made. That's a picture of the back. You want to compare what yours has. Do want to be on the lookout for counterfeits. When a retailer puts, or when a manufacturer puts a warning on their website saying there's counterfeits of our products, it's good for the manufacturer, I guess. In one way, it shows how popular they are, that people want to copy them. But in another way, it's bad for us, because we might get stuck buying one that's not real. And if you Google Luminox counterfeit, you'll see, I saw a PDF file one time from Luminox that speaks about the different things you can look for, and it kind of gives you a hint. It involves the shape of, I forget what you call this now, but that adjusts the date and time, the shape and the ridges, as well as the font style used for the date window. So be sure to check out that. If you're looking at one on eBay and you are just going to go the used route, try to look at it and compare it to that counterfeit PDF file, and just make sure you're getting something that you won't regret later. Okay, so the watch itself, try to do this without the flash glaring off of it, but I don't know if I'll be able to. Mainly these YouTube videos are just me trying to talk about it. The website for the product will give you obviously much better pictures than I could show you. But this turns counterclockwise. Let's say we'll set it, it'll go all the way around, of course. It won't turn back the other direction. It's locked turning one direction. But let's say if I want to mark something, let's say how long have I've been talking since now. Well, I flip around till the little 0 dot, which glows orange, by the way. This little dot glows orange. Mark it right there where it lines up with that, and then in a few minutes later we'll look and see where the minute hand is, if it's at 5, 10, or 6, 7, 8, and get an idea how long we've been since we had something we wanted to mark the time for. So it does have the date window, does have the hands that are luminescent. The one at the 12-hour hand glows blue, if I remember correctly. I look at it every day, but I can't recall for me now what color it actually glows. But I'm pretty sure that the 12 is blue, and then the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 are all blue. The 12 is orange. And then the hour hand and minute hand glow as well. And one thing to point out, the second hand also is luminescent. They have one. It is the it's not the 3051. I forget now, but it's the one with the multiple little dials on it. Looks a little fancier. One reason I got this one is because it was cheaper, and I didn't need all the little fancy chronograph, I think is what you call it, dials. But at least back in 2012, the second hand on the upgraded version, or the more complex version of this watch, the second hand did not have the luminescent insert in it. It was just like a glow-in-the-dark paint that you could shine a light on and it glow for a little bit, and then it lose its charge. And that's what people couldn't understand, why a watch that cost that much more had a inferior second hand compared to this one. So one more time, it's got your two little straps right there. I usually keep mine about right there. And that's my wrist size at 6.5 inches. Give you an idea what it look at. I'm about 5'3" and 120 pounds, and it doesn't look too big on me, I don't think. So since we set our timer a while ago, 1, 2, 3, been talking for about 3.5 minutes since we set that. So I'll put it back to 12 and leave it. I think if there's anything else to mention to you. It says it's waterproof up to water resistant up to 200 meters. Yeah. Trying to think if there's anything else. Nothing I can think of. If there is, be sure to leave a comment, and I'll be glad to answer that for you. The way YouTube uses those Google Plus comments now, I've missed some comments on my videos, so I'm not ignoring them. Just send it again, and I'll try to answer it. I believe that's everything. So thanks for watching. If you're interested in flashlights or any other type tactical Office Ninja type products, be sure to check out my other videos, as well as the Bible reviews and sermons also. Thanks for watching. Take care.